Welcome, female disruptors. My name is Lisa Beyer, and I'm going to be your moderator for this session with Cordelia Henry. Hi, Cordelia. How are you?
Hey, Lisa. Nice to be here with you.
Awesome. All the way from Dubai. Is that where you're located?
Hey, middle of the sandpit with a lot of sunshine. Yes, I am.
Yeah, so Florida to Dubai. So Cordelia is the founder of Pearlescence, and she is a tribe builder, and she is going to share with us how to build your tribe by kissing frogs. What in the world does that mean? I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much for inviting me to be on your show. I just love the fact that we share the same star sign, Geminis, and also we have a desire to make the world a better place. So being a part of this offering to women all around the world is absolutely fabulous. So as Lisa mentioned, my name's Cordelia Henry, and I am the founder of a fabulous company called Pearlescence. Now, I want to just say something to you. In business, men actually apply their hunter energy to attract new clients. And even though we as women tend to emulate that, we often get stuck because that's not really our energy, is it, Lisa? Our energy tends to be that more of a gatherer and a nurturer and a farmer. And so when I was thinking about my title, Kissing Frogs, I was thinking about how I could use that analogy to help you understand that really we need as women to work in our own energy, number one, and do what comes naturally to us. But also we need to go back to working smarter and not harder, because I'm telling you now, time is of the essence. Life is not a replay. We only get one stab at it. So I'm going to share my screen so that I can just tell you a little bit more about what's in my head through a visual lineup of slides that I've done. There's not many, they're quite short.
Beautiful slides. And well, everybody is waiting for while you're getting your slides up, I just wanted to let everyone know, if you do have questions, we're going to try to save around 5 minutes at the very end to do some Q&As that are in the chat. So just go ahead and put your questions in the chat and we will try our best to get to all of them.
Fabulous. Great. So as I mentioned, my topic is all about kissing frogs and how to build your tribe and gain influence. And as I mentioned before, women really do need to spend time working in their natural energy of being a gatherer. Stop trying to emulate what men do to build their business, i.e. hunt, go out, look for new clients, constantly be on the lookout. I'm encouraging all of us this year to think differently, because if we do that, not only will we be able to achieve more growth within our businesses, but we'll also be able to finally be in alignment with who we are. So when I first became an entrepreneur, I can tell you, I was constantly going out there looking for new clients. I was very much in my male energy. I had spent many years in the financial services sector, actually 25 years. And that was the way you built your business. You know, you would go out and you would hunt for clients. But later on, I realized it wasn't working for me. So I kind of changed it. I became a semi-hunter, but still a hunter, because I'd go to coffee mornings and networking events and cocktail parties and different things, still on the lookout, hunting for new clients. Now, I'd like you to take a moment and just really think about a time in your life when you too lived in your hunter energy, because we've got hunter and gatherer. Did it make you happy? Did it make you feel that you were in alignment with who you were? If it did, write it in the chat. I don't know if we've got a chat facility, but I'm assuming we have. But if you felt, if you felt all aligned and positive and amazing, then say in the chat, yep, in my hunter energy, I was fabulous. But if you felt overwhelmed, exhausted, and tired, then I, like you, felt the same way and realized that I needed to actually shift into my gatherer energy. And I realized I needed to find a way to work smarter and not harder. it's a little bit, I'll give you an analogy. It's a little bit like, you know, you've got the family washing to do and you put it into colors and then you put it into the washing machine and one of the kids brings down a pair of socks that, you know, he forgot. Do you actually just wash those socks on that load alone because it's the only white pair you've got left? Or do you wait until the next load is ready? You wait because that's more efficient use of your time and obviously your electricity bill, right? So I say that to say this: if we can think of our businesses in the same way, what are we doing to help us work smarter and not harder? So I'd like you to write this down if you're taking any notes today. I want you to realize that you've got to stop kissing frogs that no longer introduce you to the right princes. Write that down. Stop kissing frogs that don't introduce you to the right princes. And when I say that, I'm talking about all of those people that you meet when you're on this hunter treadmill, meeting all of these different contacts, so to speak, and it's not getting you anywhere. Stop it. Because all it's doing is causing you more and more frustration. And what I'd like you to look at is here, this expression on this woman's face. How many times has she, like you and me, kissed the wrong frog, spent lots of time and lots of energy on Zoom calls, posting and doing lots of interviews and social media videos to realize that she's just grabbing, she's not even aligned, she's not even niched, she's just out there kissing all of these frogs and none of them are actually giving her the prince, not the priest. I hope none of them are a priest. Well, as I said before, Lisa, people think that to grow your business, you really need to continuously be hunting for new clients, which really, as I said before, results in you kissing the wrong frogs and wasting your time. But really, really, ladies, what you need to do is get that gatherer mindset and stop kissing the wrong frogs. Because if you do that, then all you've got to do is just give up your business. It's not going to work. But if you just discover what the right frogs are that you should kiss, who the right frogs are that you should kiss, you know what's going to happen? Then you're going to get a steady stream of new leads, which basically leads to new clients, which basically means that you own the ATM. Because by knowing who you should be kissing and they then passing you leads through their network, you own the money, girls. You own the ATM. You'll never be out of money. You'll never be out of new clients. So write this down. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to ask you to write it down again. Stop hunting. Start gathering. Here's my picture. Go into your gatherer mode. It's the energy that serves you best. So if what I've said resonates with you, then I've actually got a free little cheat sheet of who I define my frogs to be. And at some point, Lisa will be able to share that with you. I'm not sure how that will be done, but definitely that's something that I can make available to you. And let me define who are frogs. Well, frogs are friends, that's the F. R are for relatives who you know are going to be able to expose you to the right opportunities in terms of bringing you new clients. The O stands for organizations which you may belong to, i.e. network groups, etc., that will obviously be able to expose you to other potential clients. The G is for geographical. These are for people that you know who lives in other countries. So Lisa's in Florida. She was introduced to me by a gorgeous lady called Erin, who lives in Texas, and I live in Dubai. So think about people that you know who live in different parts of the world so that you can get that global exposure. And this information I'll share with you on this cheat sheet, which I'm happy to give to you, and I hope you'll find it useful. And so what I want you to actually understand is if you get into the habit of learning a system that can help you identify the right frogs, then you will quickly be able to find your princes, which are your clients, okay? And so I would like you to write in the chat, and Lisa, I'd ask you to be the one to actually read out the answers to these questions. If you could find a way to kiss the right frogs, would you? So let's just hear what the ladies are saying in response to that question. And if you would, why would you? Let's have a little bit of interaction. I love having conversation in these opportunities. I hate talking to a screen. So Lisa, if anybody's coming up in the chat and sharing stuff, let me know.
Yeah, so Lubna is saying, yes, I said, of course. Betsy says, of course, because the right ones aren't the slimy kind.
There you go, I love it.
Yeah, Lubna said, attract the right prince instead of hunting for it. And then Leela said earlier, yes, it worked for me. It felt natural. I work in financial services, so it feels completely aligned. I'm thinking she's talking about being the gatherer. As an artist, we'll work on the gatherer. So I think she's saying hunting worked for her for financial services. So like you said, you know, it's situational, right?
Yeah, and it is the traditional way, but I feel moving forward in 2022, people will come to those people who they know, like, and trust. There's so much scarcity out there. There's so much uncertainty, and people, I feel, want to be cocooned. They want to be nurtured. And that's what women are naturally great at. So let me tell you why I became a tribe builder. I know I look cute. Yes, my hair has grown and I don't have the ribbon in anymore, but I've still got that cheeky little grin and that little cheek right here. There you go, that one.
Yep.
When I was 3 years old, I found my calling. I know you may say, oh, that's ridiculous, Cordelia. How did you know what you were meant to do at 3 years of age? Well, I did. I actually grew up in a very strong pastoral family, and my parents were in love with, unfortunately, not each other, but they were in love with God. And I really felt forgotten in that family. They were so in love with doing stuff that were connected to him that they had no hours in the day to really be parents. They had loads of things going on. And so as a middle child, I felt invisible and not seen. And I remember a day getting onto a bus with my mummy, and her bags were like bulging. You know, when you've got lots of shopping and you're trying holding onto the kid and holding onto the rail and the bags sort of in between your legs. It was that moment. And I ran away from her to the bottom of the bus, took off my coat, knew that everybody was going to start speaking about this gorgeous little kid and wondering, oh my God, you know, where on earth is the mother? And in that moment, I got them talking to each other, because obviously they were talking about me. And as I looked at my mum, I could see she was trying to sort of suppress a grin, but she nodded and she could tell that I was in my essence. There I was, the center of it all, connecting all of these passengers who were not only connected through talking about me, but connecting to each other because they carried on the conversation. As I continued to get sweeties and pocket money and stuff from everybody. And this was my regular thing. So I actually realized that I was a connector. I went into banking, I mentioned, for 25 years. I set up female groups. I was an IFA, an independent financial consultant. I had my own practice. I basically built my client practice through word of mouth. And I had a light bulb moment with all of those career moves, because I was the one always connecting communities. And I realized, actually, tribes is what people thrive in. Tribes is what women need in business, because a tribe through word of mouth will give you visibility better than anything else. You can do PR until you're blue in the face, social media until the cows come home. That's a very English phrase. Sorry, Americans. But basically, what I'm saying is, unless people know you exist, unless someone says, go and check out Lisa's virtual summit, your post won't be seen. It won't be heard. So I really have realized that my calling is to help women build their tribes so that they can increase the leads that come into their business, so that they can get more clients, so that they can make more money, so that they can be financially independent and make the world a better place. So when I first became an entrepreneur, I did rely, as I told you before, on my sales experience. And I was very, very hunterish. And I've just gone through my 15 minutes. I've got 5 more minutes. So I was really kind of hunterish, and, you know, I was just not happy. But now I've come up with this system that really helps me to help women build their tribe. So let me just tell you what I recommend that my women do that I work with. The first thing is change the way that you connect to strangers. Flip the switch, my darlings. Strangers are not dangers. Don't do what your mummy told you. Don't speak to strangers, they're dangerous. No, every stranger is a new opportunity which could lead to a new client. So change the way that you speak to strangers. And all of you ladies that have decided to participate as VIP clients, I've got a lovely little 3-part free complimentary program to share with you that will actually help you learn how to connect with people that you don't know better. The other thing I really suggest is that you connect with people who already know, like, and trust you. They are your frogs. They are your contacts. The cheat sheet that I mentioned earlier, I'm going to give that to you so that you can just have a reminder, put it on your fridge, on your desk in the office, to remind you that you already have a network of frogs who could introduce you to your princes. Why are you going out and continually looking for people? Look at your contacts, pick up your phone, right? And see who you already know. And last but not least, why don't you just hang out with me in my online community? I run an absolutely fabulous, if I must say so, online group for sisterpreneurs who really want to connect to soulful women. I do a great talk show every Monday. Lisa's been on it and other women are on it. I consider myself Oprah of the Middle East. So the conversations are really rich and meaty and yummy. And we have a lot of fun. So I would suggest you go into your search engine of Facebook and you have to type it in exactly as you see it on this picture: sisterhood, the number 4, influence, and the and sign, and the word impact. If you type it in any other way, it will not come up. So basically, how you build your tribe of the right frogs is, as I said before, change the way you connect to strangers, connect with people you already know, i.e. your frogs, stop hunting for new frogs, you've got a load of frogs, and join my online community. It's free, you get exposure to women all around the world, and you get a huge dose of inspiration. So I hope that that conversation has been of use. I think I am on the money with my 20 minutes, Lisa. I can stop sharing my screen and take any questions that you may have for me. So let me just stop sharing my screen. Bear with me.
That was right on the money. Perfect. And I can say that I'm part of the Facebook group. And like Cordelia said, I've been having a little bit of a background noise there, but yeah, so I've been a guest, and your group is so, it's so inspiring because, like the speakers here today and the attendees, it's a global representation, women from all over. We're part of also the WhatsApp group. And so, you know, I could reach out at any time and ask them anything. So I feel like, you know, we need to duplicate that in all of our groups and all of our scenarios. Just a couple of comments. So Monica said, when I was most successful, I was surrounded by friends and family who supported me and advertised me. She got so much word of mouth. And Lubna said, social proof is very powerful. Word of mouth accelerates growth and success. That is why connecting and building relationships is so key.
Very true, very true. So Lubna, my question to you is, what have you been doing since the beginning of the year to really connect with the right people? Because we've got to get real with this. I mean, it's all well and good to hide behind our laptops. And I'm not saying you are, Lubna, but I'm just wanting to call you out on this. How many people have you had a conversation with that you don't know since the 1st of Jan? And that's not just for Lubna, that's for all of us. What kind of effort are we making to go out there and meet new people? Because I'm telling you, this screen and the Zoom application is fabulous to hide behind.
So true. I'm not sure if Lubna is still with us, but Lubna, you can go ahead and, or anybody can comment on that or ask a question. Yeah. I know that I have to force myself to actually, get out there, whether it's, networking or connecting, and putting together this event really forced me to go back and reconnect with people in my network that I've been building for, however long LinkedIn and Facebook have been on the planet, which is a long time, maybe 10, 12 years. And some of these contacts they're from like a past life, like a past job or past client. And it was so refreshing to go through and just reconnect with people that, it's kind of like, you're on a movie set, when you're working with somebody, whether it's a client or a project or a job, and then all of a sudden you move on, you get promoted, you get another job, and it's like you miss those people, and they're like in the back history, but you have to like keep them, in your present.
So Lisa, you are not alone. There's so many of us that do that. And the funny thing is that those people so want to know how you're doing. It's a little bit like your childhood friends. When you go home and meet mum and dad, and then you go to the corner shop and you bump into the person that you went to school with, it's that same feeling. They want to help you, but it may not be a close connection. But that's the joy of working with someone like myself, in the sense that I don't show you how to go and make more contacts. Obviously, if you've got no contacts, then I will. But if you've got existing contacts that are not used, but they know and they like Lisa, why on earth are we not hanging out with them? And I've got a strategy that takes you from A to Z of getting them from being just mere contacts to strategic partners. That's the yummy part of it.
Love it. Love it. So we have one more note from Monica. She said, I've moved to a big city life from rural community a few years ago. Getting my business started in a new state and a new setting has been so hard. And I have been forcing myself to hunt, and it has been miserable. Yeah, you need to switch to gathering, Monica.
Yeah, so Monica, I know what it's like. I moved to Dubai 22 years ago and I didn't know anybody. I was in Malaysia before that and I didn't know anybody. So what did I do? Well, as I told you before, I did have this hunter mentality. But what I used to do is go to places where people who had a similar interest to me would hang out. So I like to bike ride. I like to hike. I like to be on a diet because I like food, but anyway, that's another story. But I would just find these meetup groups that shared the same interests, and I love to travel as well. And then I just befriend people. And from these communities where we shared similar interests, I started to build my connections. So Monica, do reach out to me. I mean, please, all of you, reach out to me if you want some tips and tricks on how to basically build your tribe, because this is something that I've been doing for 35 years. Yes, I know, black doesn't crack. I don't look that old, but my frame is quite stiff right now. So yes, I've been doing it a long time. Please reach out to me. My email address is Cordelia, Cordelia at Pearlescence, Pearlescence.co. I actually would encourage you though to just hang out with me in the online community, Sisterhood for Influence and Impact, and there you'll be able to really get some good support from other women and not just me on how to build your tribe, Monica. So join us, please do be with us.
Thank you so much, Cordelia. So with that, that is a wrap for this session. We'll see everybody on the next session. Cordelia will put all of your contact info on the back end and the speaker info. And I hope that you're joining us for the rest of the day. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much, Lisa. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.